Hello and welcome to Deft and Dorky. We're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons and talk about
When
all
they
the
shove a
stuff.
rose in your hand?
He shoved it. What did they give you, David?
They gave me a string.
String. He's
How
"Okay,
much did you
I'll
pay
take
for it?
He didn't. His mom got onto him. David yanked it out of his hand, gave it back to the guy.
Nice.
You buy it. You buy it.
River got it figured out. We're like, River, they're all scammers. She knows what a scammer is because she watches Roblox videos. So we came across the first guy tried to sell us. What did he try to give us? Like
I remember what
rose
he
or
tried to give
something.
us.
And she like just out loud, he's a scammer. That's right. That's right, River.
Nice. David,
That's
did you like
hilarious.
Pompeii because of all the brothels? Was that it?
Yeah, he's 19 now, so.
Those look cool. Not that.
Exactly.
But,
Not that.
Not that.
Clarify. So we're back. How's everybody doing?
Hello.
I'm doing alright.
Good.
Doing well.
It's been a while.
Been a while.
I'm on new internets. Apparently, so is Michael. It's gonna be a fun experiment to see if mine can hold up, because mine is a side grade at best. So we'll see. Well, I guess it might be an upgrade. We'll see. We'll find out. This is a good test. But back to D&D. Okay, so man, it's been so long. Last time you guys dealt with the portal outside of Daring, and then came back and spent a couple days there to long rest, or a couple nights there to long rest. Then made a plan as to where all you were going to go next. You went to... Oops. You went to... you went north, right? To go to... Yeah, you went north to Tambor. And
We're
then
gonna go
caught
fuck with,
some Ledric liners to go around to Nyram Bloomshire, where you dropped off the plans and money to have Saturn's device created by Oris Trope, the watchmaker. And he's doing that. You told him to like go crazy on it. So he's doing that. He said it would be a couple days. At some point you talked about going to High Bluff to try to find Saturn's biological father. And that is kind of where we left off. You guys were in Bloomshire. Jace was kind of showing you around because this is like the city that he's most familiar with.
Yeah, boy.
I failed to mention last time, but there is like the Bloomshire Canal runs throughout the entire city. That's with the lock systems. There are bridges that go over it, and there are also tunnels that go under it, so you can go from the north side to the south side or vice versa. There are 9 in total, 4 tunnels, 5 bridges, with one big bridge. The tallest bridge is in the center of the city. And let's see, what did I do? The Central Crossing is what it's called, and it's the highest of all of the bridges. It's so high that it doesn't require a drawbridge like many of the other ones do. And there's a small coffee shop at the base of both sides called The Span.
Bang.
But it's largely a tourist area.
Yeah.
But that is pretty much where we left off. You got like a day or two before the Oris said he would be done. What would you all like to do?
We have like a day or two.
Yep.
How long of a trek is it for me to go home?
It is... Oops, that's not what I'm looking for. It's about a day's walk to get there, and then it would be about a day to get back.
Did I get horse in Bloomshire and expedite that?
Yeah. I mean, it's still. I mean,
Or even
if you want
even better, I could just take a boat, like a private boat.
yeah,
right?
you would know people that. Yeah, you've gone in and out of the city via boat, which you can do in a matter of hours. So
Yeah,
Let me ask
I
you a
would do-
question.
Mhm.
Sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt. Keep going. Sorry.
I would do
Would you-
that.
okay.
I would like I probably have smuggling connections in the city, and so I'd probably just be like, hey, I need just a small dinghy, and I'll take it up the coast.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough for you to do.
So I'm just gonna go visit home for just a sec while we're like waiting.
Okay. Ray Joe question.
Yes. I was keeping notes here on teleportation circles that I've put in my notes that we found so far.
Mhm.
And I have one for Bloomshire, but I don't remember that. I wrote it. It's obviously in my notes here, but it says teleportation circles known, and I got Brable, Takria, Bloomshire, and Ivia's mansion. But I don't know where was the
I-
Bloomshire one.
I don't know why you would have a Bloomshire one either, unless it was one of those things.
Was
like,
it something? Was it something we did one night and like on one of the campaign nights? Like I don't know why I would have it in there. So I just couldn't remember which one that was or why we would have teleported there.
You certainly haven't teleported there before. This is the first time you've been to the city.
No, I don't know. I'll take it out. I just don't remember why it's there.
Yeah, I don't know why it's there.
Okay, we'll delete that one.
So Jace is going to take a boat to go to his old stomping grounds. What's everyone else doing?
I'll be helping with my ideas while he's designing the gun.
Okay. Yeah, if you're going to be there to help, then you'll be able to watch what he's sort of doing. He is making I was thinking about having you roll, but you're going to be in there, so it's not that big a deal. You'll just know. You'll see that he is like, because you told him to like go nuts with it, he is actually making it look. He's got these other plans that you occasionally see while he's working that appear to be some sort of like clockwork celestial type things. You're not sure what they are, but he is sort of, it seems like he's been working on something over there, and he's sort of using that as inspiration, and it is coming through on what he's making for you. These beautiful like winged celestials are showing up in the design of it in different places, and it's like in such a way that if you know to look for it, you see it there, but if you're just looking at the piece without knowing, it looks sort of almost amorphous. It doesn't appear apparent, but it's very like geometrically pleasing. It's like very smooth lines, curved lines, and stuff like that. It looks very cool so far.
Awesome. Yeah, that's what I'll be doing though. I'll just give you my 2 cents and input on maybe some special characteristics of the gun.
Okay. And then tell me what it looks like as far as the way it fits. Is it just like a handheld thing, or does it go over your hand? Like, how do you envision it working?
I envision it being something that I have to like lock onto my wrist
Okay.
that has a handle and onto my hand so it doesn't fly off when I'm shooting it.
Okay.
But ultimately just like a very elegant looking flintlock type of a look, I think.
All right. So it does look like a pistol.
Yeah.
That's
like a
something.
pistol.
Okay. All right. Anyone else doing anything?
I'll just be hanging out at the tavern, probably, or like the inn or wherever we're staying here, and just I'll be in. If somebody needs me, that's where I'll be.
Or
Okay.
to hang out at the lock and clean his shoes.
Okay. Keep your shoes clean. Watching the boats go by. Jace, what are you doing in Lowbrook?
I think that I would go back to the house, and I haven't visited since my resolved. Like, I don't think I've been there since I found out that my father passed away, let alone like resolved that whole thing. And I think that I would just go there and spend like a silent moment reflection. And I think that I would kneel in the home, and I think I would meditate and attempt to reach out to Oreen, as I've done elsewhere.
Okay. What does your house look like now that has been abandoned for however long?
Well, and I think it was in ruin. Like I think it was set aflame.
Okay. I couldn't remember if that was there or just the forest area, but I think you're right.
No, I think the what are they called? Not the expositors, emancipators. Expositor. The emancipators. I think that they burned everything down.
Okay. Couldn't remember for sure because I hadn't looked at it, and then you're like, "I'm going to Lowbrook," and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yep. So, yeah, I think I would attempt to like convene, as I've done in like the temple and things like that, and kind of in my own personal temple of sorts.
Okay.
And if I'm able to connect, I would just attempt to like have a conversation with her.
Okay, so you're trying to get a response?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a... What did we call this last time? Was it...
I thought it was con, but...
Wisdom or con? I couldn't remember. We'll call it... Okay, you've done it before, so we'll call it Wisdom. See if you can find that place again.
Wisdom check or wisdom?
It can be a save.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't matter either way. I'm gonna use my Tides of Chaos on this. So this is +2 on either one of these. So dirty 20.
Okay. What is it you are trying to get a response for?
I think I just want, like, I found my mom. I less avenged my father, but put a stop to those that would further harm people like him. I have assisted my brother in his efforts. And I guess I just want two things. Like, one, like, just an acknowledgement that my father is at peace and that he is missed. But then also just kind of like one final family member that's out of place, and just kind of reach out and try to put one final piece of the family picture back together. And just like ask for guidance. Like, where do I even start on mending this like final broken fracture of the family?
Okay. As you're sort of like saying these things, or even just thinking them, you do find that you have some kind of connection. It's not words that come back, but images and emotions. When you think about your father, you get a sort of calm comfort, warm, calm comfort that you interpret as him being content and at peace. When you think about Yelsid, you feel almost like a cognitive dissonance kind of feeling, which you are able to interpret as he's not all right, and it is likely that you will be forced to make a choice that will directly affect him.
I think that I would take that and just I think I would cast Sending, and I would reach out to him, and I think I would just say, "Sid, I'm home. We're all put back together again. We're just missing you. And I hope you're all right. I hope I can help."
Yep, 3 if you want them. First, roll me your spell surge chance.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember what dice size we're on, so if you don't
I
remember,
think
you can just pick one.
I think it's D20. Honestly, I think I had it in the last of whatever it was. So, well, we're good there.
And then roll a d20 for me.
13.
Okay. You get back I'm doing just fine. I should be home fairly soon as well. Maybe I'll see you there.
I think I'll cast it again. I'll send it back.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, you know, Mom's better, right? She's alive, healthy. She's no longer a closet. Dad's at peace. The world's okay. What did you do? What did you get into?
You get back.
Imagine you need
Give
to
me,
use
give
Sarah.
me another d20. I forgot to ask for that.
Yeah.
Okay. You get back. I made all that possible. Now I have a new mission. And that's all you get.
Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna send one back.
Oh man, I've had a really bad thought. Your brother has my mom. Oh,
Oh, dude.
dude, that's where my mind.
That would
All
be
right.
so dark. Oh, but totally possible. I think I just did. What mission is that? You can come back. You don't have to do anything crazy. We can fix whatever it is.
3.
It's within us. We can.
You're out of words.
Oh, crap. I'll just say, yeah, I'll land on it's within us. Oh, okay, well.
Uh-oh.
You don't get anything back. And
Yeah. 77 and 18.
that's kind of fitting. As you send the spell, you feel just grime start to build up on you. You look down and your clothes are filthy. They're like not just a little dirty, they're like black with something, some kind of grease or oil or something. And as you're looking down, you realize you haven't heard anything back. And mechanically, your charisma is reduced by 1 until you clean or change your clothes.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Okay. Like, if I move, does the sludge, like, follow along? Or is it just like, I'm just now gross?
You're just now gross. Your clothes are soiled. They are dirty.
Oh.
So,
There's several, like, streams and small rivers and brooks and springs in this town.
Okay.
And so I would probably go and visit them where I used to play with my brothers and take the opportunity to clean up.
Okay.
And then just kind of float in one for a little while before I felt like, okay, it's time for me to go, and I'll go and get in the dinghy and head back to Bloomshire.
Okay.
But before I do, just like, I'll cast one final sending, and I will send it to my father.
Okay.
And I will just say, I hope you're well. We miss you, but it feels better now. And I'll keep an eye out for Mom and Aid. Help me do the same for Sid.
You don't get any response, but you do feel a warm sort of pressure, like an embrace, for just a few seconds.
I will take one last look at what remains of the house. There's probably a part of the frame that's still up. And just kind of put my hand on it one last time and head back to Bloomshire.
Okay. All right. If you guys want to do anything for another day, you would have it, because it would take about that long for Orist to finish the device. But if you have nothing to do for that second day, then we can move on.
I'll be heading back to the shop.
Okay. Anyone else?
Nothing for me. Nope, I don't have anything to do. Nope, not here.
All right. Yeah. By the end of that second day, the device, the clockwork part of it at least, is finished. It still needs to be enchanted, but you and Mouse have a good idea that you can do that in Tassarin's workshop relatively quickly with all of the time you spent planning for it.
This is perfect. Thank you.
He said, "Oh, no problem. It was fun to work on such a fine piece. I hope you enjoy it. Hope it does all the things you're wanting to do for it. Maybe you can come back and show me how it works when you get it finished."
For sure. The artist needs to see its full creation.
And you can tell as he's like handing it to you, and as you like sort of try it on, he's proud of that one.
I am like checking every detail. This is perfect. Everything I needed. Thank you. Truly. I will drop
fun
him.
project.
I'm gonna drop him 100 gold.
He says, "Oh, it's really not necessary."
Believe me, this is not even close to enough. Take it.
All right. If you see Traylor next time, but before I do next time, tell him I said hi.
I will. I'll have Jace send a message back to you. Let him know what you said.
All right, thanks.
I will head out.
Okay.
Go straight to Mouse. Mouse,
All right. Oh,
what do you think?
You get it finished. I'll
What do you
look at
think?
it. Wow, that's something. Mouse doesn't know much about that kind of stuff. Now, that's something, yeah. Looks pretty neat.
What do you think for the enchantments?
I think I'll look it over. I think it's doable with what we've already discussed, and we have a plan. So we just need to get back to the laboratory.
I'm excited for it. I'm ready.
All right.
This has been a journey to make, and I'm excited to see it finished.
Well, we can definitely teleport back there when the group's ready to go.
I'll find everybody whenever we're ready.
All right. Are you heading to High Bluff, or are you heading back to the tower?
We were gonna go to High Bluff first, right?
Mm-hmm. So you had discussed. I didn't know if you had changed your mind.
Well, everyone, it's finished. What do you think? Fits perfectly, doesn't it? And I'll hold it out.
It looks fitting for you, for sure.
I will have my what's it called? My cloak of many fashions transform into a theme that matches the new gun.
Okay.
You gonna walk around like that?
At least for a little while, I believe, yes.
What does it do?
Nothing yet. But in good time.
It looks cool.
I'll show it off for you.
Yeah, that's pretty dope, man.
I'm so excited for it. Everything I want it done. Master clockwork, man, back there. Anytime you need a watch, go see him. Incredible.
What's a watch?
I'll pull out. No, I gave my watch to Polnick.
So, what's the name of the guy that did it for you again?
I can't believe I just forgot it.
The
I'm so
watchmaker,
mad.
his name is
Yeah.
Orst Frope.
Okay.
Horse Thrope.
Frope with an F.
Guy seems very knowledgeable.
You should have seen some of the designs he had in there. Like celestial. I mean, look at the gun. You can kind of see it in this.
Crazy. DM, remind me, like last time we all visited the shop, and I felt like I kind of snooped a little bit to see if I could look at what he was doing for Traylor. Is that right?
Mhm. Yep.
I don't remember what I discovered, if anything.
I believe what you discovered was that it was something having to do, like, it is essentially what they said it was, which was something having to do with the measurement and perhaps the manipulation of time, but you didn't understand it.
Okay. All right. Good dude. Real smart. I hope he's That seems awesome, and I believe that it is in good hands. I hope everything he makes is that way.
It's incredible work. You should have seen how proud he was of it. Makes me even more proud to own it.
I'm looking forward to seeing it in action. That thing looks sick.
Well, you might not get to see it up that close. You know how far away I get.
Yeah. I guess that's true.
But I do have ideas for a little bit closer contact with the enemies.
Awesome. It's just like a gun, right? Like out of character?
Yeah.
Or it looks like one, I guess. That's dope.
Yeah, just, I guess I can post. But anyway, I'll post it here in a second. Should we head out? Need to go see about my dad.
Sure, I'm ready to head out.
We got a long rest, right?
Yes.
Okay. I was like, oh, I just marked off all those spells, but I can't remember if it
Yeah,
was really good or really bad timing.
You got a couple of long rests in there. If you wanted to use any for that on that second day, you could have them back by now.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. Oh, actually, before we do head out, I would do this on my own. I would want to send a message to those researchers.
Okay.
Things that I thought about over the past 4.5 weeks.
All right.
Gosh, I can't remember exactly. I just want to send a message to. I'll send it to the lead researcher and just be like, "Hey, it's Jace, the party, the Nameless Few." I'll say, "Hey, it's Jace of the Nameless Few."
Here's my name. It's nameless.
Hi. I don't have a name. Does the word Shalandro mean anything to you all?
I will say
And I would.
that you guys did talk to them about Shalandro, and they took it down, but they had not. They said they'd look into it.
And then I guess I would ask, like, any update on Shalandro? We found more sightings of it. Gosh, where? Oh, we found sightings of it in like a hag's.
A hag place. I don't know.
Okay.
You call it a bog.
Hag domicile. Single family housing unit.
Give me your spell surge roll.
I think we're back to 20.
Okay. You get back. Oh, we were hoping to hear from you. We found some things out about this Shalandro, and we have good news and bad news. The bad news, and that's all you get.
Hey, well, if this is the day before, I'm gonna hit him back.
Okay.
Dude, where's my mouse? There it is. Here's the surge ahead of time. Okay, we're good. These were, if it's the same day, this is my 3rd level 4 spell. So, hey, you only get 25 words with this, so you're gonna have to be real concise.
Okay. You get back.
Good news and bad news.
Oh, right. Sorry, I always forget. Okay, Shalandro
God
is
damn it,
bad, but we don't think it's likely to happen soon. Can you come by to have... And that's all you got.
I will burn up some level 1s for some sorcery points
Okay.
to get some level 3s back. Please don't start your message off with, "Oh, right, I forgot about that." Can we come by for what?
He says, they're summoning Shalandro, but they need some very specific things that aren't easy to get. They have to be planar bound, and also to be full... And that's all you get.
Son of a... I'll say, to be full of what? Also, would they need the heart box of a Modron?
You get...
Oh, and then
You get back... well,
oh my god.
that would be one of the things. Go ahead and roll your
51 and 14.
51 and 14.
Yeah.
That's funny. We'll use it. So when you start to cast this, you notice a ring of mushrooms sprout up around you.
I imagine I'm still on the dinghy, so it's just like these mushrooms floating on the water as I'm going along.
So you get back. They got one of those? That's not great. To be full power, they need a being from the material plane that's been corrupted by another, and that's all you get.
Okay, I think I have enough for 1/3 level spell. Was that the end of a sentence? The last thing I heard was another.
A being from another, a being from the material plane that's been corrupted by another plane. And a bunch of other planar bound stuff.
I have my locket. I'll get sorcery points from that, convert to 3rd, and then I'll just send back. Thanks, sounds good. I know of multiple parties looking for the heart box of a Modron. We'll swing back ASAP.
You get back. Okay, if they already have that, they may have more. That would be bad.
For simplicity, I am going to share all of this with the party.
Okay.
When I get back, and I'm just going to say, I think we go rescue your mom, or your dad, sorry. I think we go rescue your dad, but I am wildly concerned of the amount of people that we know that are looking for the heart box of a Modron. And it sounds like we might be headed back to those struggles at some point.
What is a person corrupted by another plane?
That's a good question. I don't know. I guess I could ask them, but I think at this rate I'd have to wait until tomorrow. I just assume that I've burnt everything I have. I haven't actually mathed it out, but actually no, give me a short rest and I could get a couple 2nd level slots back. Yeah, I can convert my 2 second level packed slots and then turn it into a 3rd level slot. All right, I'll message him. Hey, quick question. What did you mean by a person corrupted by another plane?
Well, like someone who spent enough time on a different plane to be corrupted by, but not necessarily bound to, that other plane. If that makes... That's like it.
You're gonna message him again. He's gonna be like still on that same. He's still going.
I gotta wait an hour before we can message him again. Guys, I feel like this Reginald Booley character, he got corrupted as far as I could tell. I'm worried my brother might be in that same boat, and who knows who else is in that position.
And internally, would I possibly think that I could be corrupted?
By that, the sort of loose definition that he gave, it's possible. I'll tell you what, make me an investigation check.
Come on. I don't have any plus.
Or it can
19.
be a history check if you want. If that's tough.
They're
for you.
both plus 0.
Okay. 19's not bad though. While that sort of definition could describe you, you have heard talk of, if you stay on, there are some planes that if you stay on for too long, they can alter you.
Oh, okay.
And that does not necessarily, you don't think that's you.
Okay. Good. And Jace, what do you think? Should we get a move on that?
From what they said, we've got time.
And I will say that you're talking about the heart box of Modron. You know that Draga has one of those.
Oh, he has one?
Yes, he purchased it from Graven.
I thought that they turned him... What did they turn him down on? They said, we're not going to do that.
Down on some... Because it was because they turned him down because the heart box was so hard for them to get. They took a loss.
Oh, that's right, that's right. Okay. Did they tell us what else he needed?
Let's see.
Or what he requested?
Graven gave Draga a devil's horn and the Modron clockwork heart. Mm-hmm. And Draga then asked him to obtain a phase spider spinneret and a unicorn horn. But he said, well, we'll let you know. He didn't flat turn him down, but he was like, we'll see. We know how to get in contact with you.
Draga kill a unicorn? Didn't we find a dead unicorn?
No, you did find a missing piece of a Pegasus wing.
That's right.
In Pagos's cave, where you saw Draga leaving.
That's right. Okay. Hey, Saturn, since you're totally gonna go pick up your cool thing tomorrow, because this is an elongated retcon, here's this weird shopping list. Do you want to ask what's his bucket what he could do with that?
Yeah, I can ask him. I don't know if he'll be able to get it.
Yeah, I don't know necessarily that I'm looking for any of it, but I just feel like some people that are in the know might be able to look at a certain kind of bomb and be like, "Oh, that shopping cart has a pipe and a certain type of powder and fuses in it. They're gonna build a bomb." You know what I mean?
I'll ask him. I'll ask Mr. Clockwork.
Yeah, you ask him, and he's like, "Well, I mean, I know of a few uses for a clockwork heart, but those other things are really kind of out of my expertise."
What other uses for Clockwork Heart?
Well, they are very specific for being able to help with the measurement of time. It's one of the things I'm working on with Traylor.
As you mentioned, that's interesting. I just wonder what he wants to do with that.
Yeah, he sort of nods a little nervously because you guys already asked them, and Traylor was like, basically said, without being rude, he said, "That's none of your business."
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to put you on the
That's-
spot.
That's all right.
Let's just focus on this gun and
Yeah, okay.
retcon this back to the beginning.
Did Tasserin have anything related to this kind of stuff?
Not
Like
that I
in
know
his journals or anything? Okay.
of. Mm-mm. Nothing related to anything like that. Yeah, Tasserin made things for people, but nothing. Most of what I noticed was like just small magical items, but nothing of this scope.
Oy, oy, oy. I think I would just tell Saturn, like, yeah, I think we've got time. Like, we went on excursions for family. Let's do it again.
Let's find out what's going on with my dad, and then we can get back and finish up this gun and get a move on that.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all right with everybody else.
From Lowbrook to High Hill. Or whatever it's called.
High Bluff. It is a
High Bluff.
7-day journey, or you had talked about finding a boat to take you there. It would be more expensive, but they could get you there in a day.
I will pay for everyone.
Okay, so for we'll call it 10 gold to get a boat to just stop what it's doing and take you to High Bluff for the day.
Yeah, that's nothing. I was worried about
Yeah,
it's so much more expensive.
Yeah,
There
I
you
thought
go.
about it and I was like, they're not making that much money every day. They could
Yeah,
probably
that's
do it for 10.
I figure out how inflated adventurers get.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. You arrive in High Bluff. The dock is actually at there's a small dock area, and then you can see there's like a bunch of switchbacks that go up, and you can see at the top of this like cliff there's like a lighthouse, a bigger lighthouse because there's a smaller one out in the actual water, but there's a bigger lighthouse and a bunch of other buildings up on top of this cliff, which is High Bluff. But the dock, you actually have to then walk up these switchback road to get to the city proper. But yeah, not a problem for you guys. You walk up there, and how are you going about this? It's nothing compared to like Bloomshire, Brable, Takria. It's a small city as opposed to a big city, or it's bigger than a large town, smaller than a big city. It's like kind of like it's maybe a little bit smaller than Renport, or not Renport. Sorry, Tambor.
Like, as far as, like, how are we going to find? Or, like, beginning our search or whatever?
Yeah. Like, what steps are you taking to? What are your intentions, and then how are you planning to fulfill those intentions?
Yeah, Merton. What are? I feel like you should ask. What are your intentions?
Martin's got his head down, cleaning his shoe. Oh,
What are your intentions with my daughter?
I would think get a lay of the land, kind of check out the town a little bit, and then I'd start asking people questions.
Okay. Yeah, you know his name, so it takes. Give me a either persuasion or investigation check, just to sort of see how long it takes you.
Also, like, is this small enough a town where we're like making a scene just with our presence?
No, it's not that small.
Okay.
Like, it gets the occasional, and you would likely know some of this. It does get the occasional boat from Bloomshire, just because it's faster to ship things via boat than it is to
Right.
walk them down there. Yeah, it's not that small. It's like, this isn't a place where everybody knows each other. There's still an amount of anonymity that can be attained.
Right.
What's that total?
12.
12? Okay, that's not bad. It does take you a few, probably 4 or 5 hours of, like, casually asking around without looking like a crazy person. But you eventually do get someone who recognizes the name and points you in the direction. You find a house. It's not a big house. It's like moderate sized house. It's like maybe got 2 bedrooms in it. Nothing extravagant, but it looks nice.
I'll walk up and knock.
Okay. Hold on a second. I gotta find some names. You knock on it, and there's a woman. She's maybe in her 30s or 40s. Human. Longish hair in a braid, and sort of a dark brown. She just opens the door and says, hello.
Hello. Is anyone named Lorth live here by chance?
Oh, you want to speak to Lorth? Just a moment. She turns, Lorth, someone's at the door for you. And she says, he's right outside, and she leaves. And this human man, probably 40s or 50s, short, dark hair with bits of gray in it, opens the door and says, hello, what can I do for you?
My dad human?
You don't know?
Oh yeah, I guess I wouldn't know. Okay. I'll look at him for a little bit. Kind of bewildered, just hello. Are you Lorth?
Yeah, that's me. Do you need something?
Do you know anyone by the name of Katara?
See his demeanor noticeably shift. I did once. Why?
She seems to be in a bit of a pickle. You ever heard of somebody named Edith? Old Edith?
You say old Edith, and he... Why?
Well, I've been looking for Katara, and it led me to Edith. And it seems like she made a deal with Edith. Looking for her son.
You see him
And-
have like. Give me an insight check.
Yeah, come on. It's not working.
Ow!
My extension is not working. It's 21.
21.
Very good.
You see his face. It's only because you rolled so high can you sort of piece together what's happening here. His face goes. It flashes several different emotions. It goes from like a disgust to sadness to like just a confusion. It's all very odd. And he then just looks at you and says, "What does that have to do with me? What do you want from me?"
Well,
And you would notice he is very closed off at this point. When he first came to the door, he was not. He wasn't like, oh hey, he wasn't like happy-go-lucky, but he is now very, very closed off.
well, you see, her son is looking for her.
Her son's
I
gone.
know. He's not gone.
Listen, I don't know who you are or what you're trying to do, but I haven't done anything to anyone, and I don't want anything to do with you. Have a good day. And he goes to close the door.
I could tell that by the way you gave up on me. Unlike her, you quit. It must be easy to back out again.
He's almost closed the door when he said that. He looks at you, and you can see like half of his face, and he's like, his jaw is moving like he's grinding his molars. You can see like a tear start to well up in the eye that you can see, and he just sort of, you can see him moving his jaw around.
Shaw's
know
not
you.
here anymore. Then I guess you never will. And I'll turn and walk away.
It takes you a good few steps before you do finally hear the door close. But he does close the door.
Well, Tempest is as good as father as any.
Are
do-
we?
Just as just before you hear the door close, you hear a child's voice, and all you catch is, "Daddy, who is that?" And the door closes.
Oh shit, dude.
When I hear that,
Fireball.
I'm gonna.
Fireball.
I saw into the house, right?
Just a
You
little
know,
bit. They didn't
they had to
open the
open the
door all
door.
the way, but you saw just a little bit.
I'm gonna cast Dimension Door and pop in.
Okay.
Yeah, boy. Are we just watching this on the street?
I don't know. What are the rest of you doing?
Popcorn.
Yeah,
Cleaning my shoe with popcorn.
Yeah, I like respectful distance to be like, all right, this is your thing, Chief. So
I guess I'll just sit back and watch.
yeah,
Alright. You dimension door into the house. You are standing right in front of him as he has turned away from the door and started to walk back, and you're right in front, like within striking distance. And he immediately puts his hand out to the kid and shoves the kid behind him and puts his hand out to put it on your chest. And he tries to grab your shirt. What do you want?
I just wanted to meet my little brother.
Make a persuasion check. This is a pretty high DC.
+5. Ooh, 14.
You say that, and he tries to pull on your shirt, says, "I don't know you," and he starts to open the door to throw you out, and that woman that you saw that answered the door walks into the room, and she says, "What's going on?"
When I hear her, I'll go, "What? Did he not tell you he had a family before you?
Oh damn.
One that he left?" And as he's pushing me back,
He starts to he's pulling you, and this woman walks up to him and puts her hand on his hand that has your shirt in it, and she says, "Lorth, is this him?" And at this point, the tears are they're not staying in his eyes anymore. They are slowly trickling down his face. And he looks at her and he says, "I don't know. It can't be."
sent me to the Feywilds. Well, you didn't. Sorry. I just scratch that, reverse it, going back. I was lost in the Feywilds. I got lucky. I got found. I know you were scared of Shar, but she protected me through that time.
The hand that is holding on to you and has the woman's hand on it starts to shake as he slowly opens it up and pushes you away gently. He says, How did you get back?"
Well, you know what was in me at the time. As terrible as a being as she is, she kept me alive. And then after a few years in there, I was lucky. A man named Tempest found me and brought me back. And I grew up with him. Learned how to protect myself in this world. Made some friends. But have to find my mother. She didn't give up on me, and I won't give up on her now.
He sort of takes a step back, and at this point, like you can see both of his hands are shaking pretty hard. And he just looks at you through tears and says, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." And this woman says, "Please, come this way." And she sort of tries to gather everyone and bring them to the sort of dining room table area. And she looks down at the kid. She says, "Why don't you go play in your room for just a little bit? I'll come and get you in a minute, okay?" He says, "Okay, Mom," and he runs off.
I'll wave.
He just sort of looks at you, and you can tell with even a low passive insight, he's a little scared. Like, his dad's freaking out. So, but he just gives you not like a moving wave, he puts a hand up, and he leaves. And she looks at you. Says, "Do you need something to drink? Eat? We don't have a lot, but I can get you something."
Water would be fine.
Sure. Have a seat.
I'll take a seat.
Laura sits down with you. She brings out just a carafe of water and sits down next to Lorith. And he's just sort of been staring at you. And this woman tries to, like, cut the tension a little bit. She's like, "So, how long have you been back?"
Since I was about 8. I was put there when I was 4, so spent a couple of years there, but I'm back. Feywilds, as dangerous as they can be, it's a fun place to grow up. It has its moments.
And she's just like got her hand rubbing Lorith's back as she's trying to like talk with you, and he is having trouble maintaining eye contact with you. He's mostly just looking down at the table.
Lorith, I don't blame you. For the longest time I did, but I know it wasn't your fault. You can look at me. I am here. It's not Shar.
He says, I'm sorry I gave up on you. I couldn't take it anymore. I left your mother because I couldn't live like that any longer.
She just seemed to go to extreme measures. Edith was, quite the place.
I had heard that she had gone missing years ago. I didn't know what had happened.
You're a human.
Yes.
I just kind of assumed that I'm Kalishtar, so is that why
Like your mother.
I'm a little different?
It could be. We didn't have enough time to know for sure.
I know this is a long shot, but what's led me here is I'm trying to find Mom. And it seems like whatever she was trying to do with Edith, Edith took her quarry, and it seems like she's traded it. I don't know why anybody would want that.
Your mother would have sacrificed anything she had at any chance of keeping you safe. So I'm sure old Edith gave her an offer, and she agreed immediately. And the proof is that you are here means that Edith kept up her end. So hats off to your mom, I suppose.
Well, now it's my turn to get her back. Would you mind? I have some friends with me. There might be a chance. If you could describe. I don't know what she looks like. Or anything about her. Do you have anything of hers?
Yeah, I do. And he gets up and he says, just a minute. Goes into another room. And while he's gone, his wife starts to talk to you. I'm sorry he acted that way when he first saw you. He's tried very hard to put all that past him and to live with the family he has now.
I can imagine it could be quite a bit of shock. I mean, it is. For me, I was a little bit angry at the beginning, but I'm trying to get past that.
I can imagine.
I hope it's okay to call him my brother. I've never had a brother.
Oh,
What's his name?
his name is Kent.
Good name. Did you pick it?
I had a hand in it, but I think that he wanted it. It sounds a bit like your mother's name. I think he maybe wanted to have that.
Good name. What's your name?
Hold on, I gotta find it. My name is. We'll go with Lenore. I can't find it, so it's Lenore now.
How did you two meet?
Well, he came to High Bluff to start a new life, and we met here. We worked within about a block of each other and just saw each other daily when we would pass by or get lunch.
Thank you for taking care of him.
Sure.
I don't really know him, but hopefully in time we can change that.
About this time, he comes walking back out, and he has a pearl necklace thing. It's not quite a string of pearls. It's like a string, and then about 5 pearls on the bottom of it, just arranged in a certain way. And he says, "This is all I have left, but I suppose it belongs to you more than me."
I'll take it and hold it for a minute. You mind if I go grab my friends really quick? I think I have an idea.
All right.
I'll go out and meet up with my friends.
Okay.
Jace. Jace.
Yeah. What's up?
Y'all want to come in? Welcome to my abode, family home. Come on in.
Heck yeah! I cast Misty Step and I go in that way.
Martin shakes his head and walks in.
I just walk in.
Yeah, just walk in.
Whoosh, I'm in the bathroom.
You gotta go.
Lenore welcomes you all in. You Misty Step into the house? You can't Misty Step into the house because you can't see it.
Oh, that's a bummer. I wanted to flip that.
Yeah,
I have to
Misty
mention
Step-
before. That's the
Let's
next
Misty
best thing
Step
I got.
right into the door frame.
Okay, well, I just walk there because I don't have Dimension Door, so.
All right. Lenore sort of meets you all and says, "Oh yes, hello, come in." Takes you into the table where Loreth is already sitting. He just looks up at you. As the first of you start walking, you see him trying to rub his eyes a little bit. Hello.
What's up?
You're
Hello.
Saturn's friends. Hello.
This is
Give him a good
Jace,
handshake.
Merton, Mouse,
Chick.
intern.
Yeah.
I'll give him a handshake.
As he goes to shake his hand, I trip him.
I have a name.
Jace,
Yeah, it's intern.
what all do you need to send a message to somebody?
I just need to be a little bit somewhat kind of familiar with them. I think that's the exact wording.
Ooh, no.
To a creature with which you are familiar.
Never mind. Thought it was something else. Possession.
I mean, do you know what she looked like? You have a combination of something that we have. Yeah, I don't have scrying, my guy, but that would have been nice if I did. But if she's on a different plane of existence, that wouldn't have worked, I don't think.
Can I cast Minor Illusion? Loreth, if you don't mind, describe her and I can try and make her. And then we can possibly send her a message.
Okay. So roll a d20 and I will roll a d20. And then we're gonna see how well he describes and you understand.
I natural 19. Oh, two 19s. All right.
So
Way to go, Dad.
after a few minutes of talking about it, you get an illusion that sees that's her.
I will, as soon as I get it fully made, and he says that, I'll take a deep look for a second.
You recognize parts of yourself in her for sure.
A little smile starts to. In my head, I'll say to Nosh. There she is, Nosh.
She's beautiful.
Jace, do you think this will work?
Frick yeah, dude, your mom's hot. All right, let's do this. So,
No.
hey, I'm your son's friend, Jace. How you doing?
He just
What you
looks,
wearing?
gives you a nod. Looks over at. He looks over at Saturn and gives you a look of. Who is this guy?
He's a colorful individual, but a great friend. And a cunning, smart warrior.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. We can do this. We can do this. All right.
Maybe
I'll take the necklace. And I like reach my hand out to Lorith.
He looks at you.
I need it for the spell.
Oh, I'll hand it over.
Oh, sorry.
I was like,
Yeah.
where are you going with this? It's like, oh.
You want to hold my hand?
It's like, all right. We're having a
It's a
seance.
necklace, right?
Yeah, there's a necklace.
Um,
Saturn has it.
Saturn has it.
Yeah, I'll hand you the necklace. Maybe just try and find out where she is. Let her know I'm alive.
I don't know that the necklace will help or not, but I cast sending while I hold it, and I like get a really intense look at the minor illusion, and just kind of like try to just like imprint that in my mind as I kind of just send it through the illusion and into the ether. And I say, "What's her name?"
Katara.
Katari. Katari.
Katara.
Hara.
Yeah.
I am friends with your son, Saturn. Okay, hang on. Does she know you as Saturn, by the way?
Before we do this, Lorith, what did you guys name me?
Your name was Saturn.
Okay.
Okay, we're good.
Very convenient. I'm friends with your son, Saturn. He's safe and wants to know where you are. We can find you. We can help you.
Go ahead and give me your spell surge check.
Boom! Blows up in the living room, kills everybody.
Fireball.
Not my family.
I'm on a D10, so got a 30% chance. Oh.
Here's hoping for a tame one. Okay, that's probably pretty tame. 18.
18.
16.
He goes, it's not a tame.
It's not a tumor.
So he goes and casts the spell, and then suddenly he's gone. And Laura
this
looks at you.
seems to happen.
Is that supposed to
Go
happen?
look in the bathroom.
He goes, is that supposed to happen? And I'll look at him and go, yes, he went straight to her. He's right with her right now. I'm not going to say that. Just like really mess with it.
Mechanically, you are invisible, sitting in the chair.
I don't know it though. I'm just like looking like nothing's happened. Or what?
Ah!
Where'd
He's
he
still
go?
here.
Oh, guys, cool. This is.
I'll like move at the chair.
I dodge out of the way, and I like.
You don't get a response
good.
back. But, I mean, even casting the spell, you felt like it was a long shot.
Mm-hmm.
Because if her soul is not in her body, she is effectively dead.
Yo, is she in a jar?
She was in the jar. I thought that was her quarry.
It was both.
That's change of perspective here. Okay.
It is, dude.
Well,
What happened to it?
somebody has it,
We have it. Okay.
and I will. You told us about everything that you had done on that boat, right?
With my like search or my yeah.
Happening of your brother, yeah.
Hmm.
What did your brother have? What all did he do?
I don't know.
I wouldn't put that together. I'm grasping at straws here. I'm not gonna. Sorry.
I mean, I think I
No,
shared the story with you guys
Um.
long ago. But I think I didn't really garner anything new other than like an ominous message about how he's coming back. So I would have shared all that.
Would her being that way, with Edith and everything for so long, could that be construed as somebody being what was it, possessed or condemned, corrupted? Yeah, corrupted. Golly.
Give me an investigation check or history, your choice. I don't know if they're different for you.
Not good.
Not great. It's possible. It would depend on the definition of corrupted.
If she's in that jar, would I get the feeling that her body would be somewhere else, or maybe she was just completely put in there?
You had a pretty good idea that her soul and quarry were put in a container of some sort. From the interaction, that's what you would be able to gather. And actually, everyone else was there. Everyone else can make me an investigation or history check if you want to try to piece some of this together. He's like, man, that shoe is real dirty.
All right,
I know everything, and I'm invisible still.
So, with your you've been traveling with Saturn for quite some time now. You've come to know a little bit about how quarries work. Mm-hmm. And while if you're talking about this openly, while it's possible that might constitute a material plane being corrupted by another plane. I mean, it's possible, but certainly a Kalashtar soul with a quarry could be an item that is planar bound to the astral plane.
All right, we need to. I think this is going to send us in a direction straight to where we need to go with stopping.
Yeah.
Those boys.
This might be another straw that I'm grasping at. Isaac, what was the guy that was trying to make a deal with my mom in Carcerai?
What was his name?
Didn't he come into this at all? Am I crazy?
that name came up because Lucia had mentioned that that person had given Jensimar the rings that she was forced to wear.
Okay. So we think that that person made it back to the material plane.
Yeah.
After Carcerai and all
Yep.
that nonsense. Okay.
I mean, you don't know how common that name is, but yeah, it's not a real common name.
Yeah. What was his name?
What was his
I think I
name?
have this one down. But we suppose that to be a different person than Draga / Reginald Bully.
As far as you know, yeah, you've never seen them. But based on your mom's description of a somewhat portly human fellow, Igra.
Igra. Okay.
Lorth, have you ever heard of something called Shalandro?
No, don't think so.
Just check.
What is that?
Possibly where Mom is.
I don't
I
know.
don't know for
I
sure.
don't know of any place named Shalandro.
Not really a place.
Sorry.
I think a thing, or a being. But somebody might be using Mom's soul in her quarry to bring Shalongro. How do you say it? I can't say it.
Shalandro?
Shalong
Shilandro.
Shalandro. Golly. Shalandro. Somebody might be trying to bring Shalandro to our plane, and they might be using Mom to do it. At least she's a part of it.
You're,
At least
you,
it's a
you and your
theory.
friends are adventurers?
Oh, if you couldn't tell by the magic. Yes, a little bit.
Okay. I don't know what to do with that information. I hope you can take care of it and not get hurt.
I've witnessed a friend tackle a dragon out of the air. So I think we can
Yeah.
handle this.
He looks at you with a little disbelief, and then about this time some of you notice a little kid, like with his eye peeking out around the corner, and you say that and his eye gets real big.
I'm gonna walk over to the kid, but silently because I'm invisible.
But we can handle it.
Okay.
Just while we're here, you can tell me a bit about you and Mom.
Well, we were happy and in love. We had you, and it was great. Till it wasn't.
What happened? Exactly, I don't know full detail.
Well, you started talking to your quarry, is what your mother said. But she thought it was a bit strange that you were able to talk to your quarry so frequently and not just in dreams. I didn't have any basis for comparison, so I just took her word for it. But I could tell that it started to worry her. And eventually, it worried her enough that we thought we should check on it. We found out it wasn't actually your quarry. Or if it was not how a typical quarry should behave. So
It definitely wasn't.
contacted The Arcane Aegis, they sent out someone to help us deal with it. And they said they were going to banish just the thing, and that you would be fine. And then they did it, and you were gone. And they assured us that you would come back shortly. A few seconds passed, a few more. For a minute, we were worried. And we could tell that he thought something had gone wrong, although he wouldn't say it out loud.
I'd be willing to bet that Shar had a hand in that. I mean, up until a few months ago, I thought her name was Selûne. So weird as that sounds, the goddess of the Feywilds. But now, I am friends with Selûne. And Shar is gone.
So the one you used to call Selûne is actually called Shar?
Yes. The,
And they were the Selûne and Shar?
yes. The sisters.
I hadn't
Now
heard
I've
much
met
about
both.
it until you started talking to it, so we did some research, and that was the only name that popped up, but we thought, that's a funny
Did I ever-
coincidence.
I never showed any of my powers back then.
Not that we noticed.
It used to be really dark, and now that I do have my powers come from something else, it's a little bit more vibrant, a little brighter, it feels a lot better.
I think your mother may have seen something. It was one of the days when she was out with you, and she came back and she looked different, but she wouldn't tell me anything. But I think maybe something might have happened that day that...
Oh, I really hope it wasn't. And in my head, I'm thinking if I popped Forma Dread by some accident, she would have been like, "Oh my god!" So I'm just like, oh, that's not good. Well, as you can see, and I'll produce an Eldritch Blast in my hand just to create the greenish purple glow. It's different now. It's not dark energy. It comes from a bright place. So Luna, I think she's great. Didn't feel that way for a long time, but I'm coming around.
As you hold
And
that
I am-
energy in your hand, you hear in the back of the room, "Whoa!" And Lenore looks over, and Kent, just come here. And the kid comes in, and he's like looking at you the whole time. And Lenore grabs him by the shoulders and sort of sets him down on her lap, and he's just staring at you. And she leans over and says, "This is your half-brother Saturn." And he looks over at you. "Hi.
Hi, Kent.
Can you do that again?"
Oh, I can do a lot of things, and I'll minor illusion a little talking head that looks just like him. So anytime he starts making any facial movements, I'll move it to match him.
He looks
And
at
it'll
it.
be like glowy lights, just an outline of him.
He looks at it and he just starts doing like as if it were a mirror. He just starts like in like doing experiments like, ooh, if I do this, it does that. He does all these different faces. He's sort of enthralled by it.
I'll spend a while talking and doing tricks for him.
It's like, how did you learn to do all these things?
Well, it took a lot of practice. I know Lorith is... I bet he's a great father to you. I was pretty lucky. I had someone that took me in, and he was a great mentor, a great teacher, and he taught me how to do all these things. Taught myself how to do a couple of things, but he had a big impact on me.
That's so cool.
His name is Tempest.
he starts like just moving his hands like you're doing. Nothing happens, but he like starts trying to do your like somatic component things. He starts mimicking you.
You want to see something really cool? I just made this, and I'll pull out my gun. And I'll start just going into all sorts of details way over his head. Just like, this is what I'm going to do with this. And just getting really nerdy about everything with the kid.
You can see both his parents are like allowing this to happen, but they're a little uncomfortable. They're like, what is happening right now? And the kid's totally into it, of course.
I'm just going to spend some time with the family.
Okay.
Getting to know them a little bit and letting them know who I am.
Okay. After a
Okay.
minute, Jace, you are visible again.
Ah. I have my hand in the cookie jar somewhere.
Yeah, you're free to basically stay as long as you like. And they say we don't have much room, but if you need a place to stay for the night, you're welcome.
Merton, I assume, is already in a chair sleeping, snoring in the corner.
Your old friend has already made himself at home, it seems.
Your old friend.
He can find just about anywhere to sleep. I've seen that guy sleep on a rock. It didn't really look comfortable. It's just like the center of his back. I don't know.
Well,
He says it's for his posture.
And I'll fill him in on all my little adventures that we've been doing. I'll let him know about Vonic. I'll look at Kent. One day, you'll get to meet your other brother. His name's Vonic. He's about 10 feet tall by now.
Is he the one that tackled the
Big
dragon?
man. He is the one that tackled the dragon.
Wow.
But then he was probably about 15 to 20 feet tall.
We'll make a silent image of it because that can get to be big, right?
Yeah, if you make it life
Yeah, I
size,
can make
it will,
a
it will be
50-foot
outside
cube.
of the house.
It's gonna clip with the rest of the building. You know? Wow. This is how big he would be. And it's just his legs next to him.
He's enamored. The Lorith is still, you can tell he's not all right yet. And Lenore is she's like just got her hand on his, trying to be supportive.
I will talk to him. I'll ask how he's doing.
He just looks at you.
That's you.
Hello.
I'll give him a handshake. My name's Tesmo.
Hello, Tesmo.
Intern.
I'm Lorith.
And
I'm just trying to have a nice conversation with your father.
He looks over at you, Saturn. Looks back at Tesmo.
I'll just give like a thumbs up to him, like, as I continue talking to Kim.
I'll just give him some small talk.
Okay.
Talk
He
about
really
my-
loves animals.
He says, "Oh, well, we do a lot of fishing down by the dock."
I think I would ask Loretta, is that her name?
Lenore?
Lenore. Like, hey, can I help make dinner or something like that? I'm from Lowbrook. Here, let me go to the market and I'll get like a nice sea bass.
Oh, sure. Do you
Brian
need...
doesn't know jack about fish.
She says, sure. And she like gets a little coin purse. Do you need money?
No, I got this. Here, I'll be right back, and I'll just like run to wherever. Like I'm. This seems like a seaside place, right?
Yeah.
So they'll have like whatever. So I'll go and get something like nice, um, like some kind of nice freshly caught, you know, whatever the fantasy fish are here, or a bunch of halibut.
Okay.
Whatever.
Are you getting like because you lived in Lowbrook, you have an idea of the cuisine around this area. Are you trying to get the stuff that the elite, like the rich people get, or are you trying to get the stuff that like your family ate?
I would probably know. I'd probably get like the ratatouille of, you know, so it's like, okay, this is like poor people food, but it's also like just super comfort. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, and I would probably like, yeah, this is my mom's recipe. I'm gonna get that. So.
Okay. Yeah, you bring that back, and they're like, "Oh, okay." And she seems somewhat into having you help.
Yeah, I would definitely help in the kitchen. In fact, I would do whatever I could to take the lead. So.
Okay. Yeah, a dinner is prepared. It is delicious. You.
I'd try to like, if I could, I'd like to rope Saturn's dad into like, hey, I need your help like gutting the fish. Or what is that called? Is it gutting?
Belaying.
Filleting?
boning.
Deboning?
I think actually boning and deboning mean the same thing when it comes to animal food
Fishmonger,
preparation.
I need your help.
He I mean, eventually he will come. It is something for him to do, so he does like come in and is able to just focus on the work at hand.
I would do it with him, and I would just want to be like, Saturn is one of the kindest people I know. He is exceptional, and he has done a tremendous amount of good. He's a good one.
He's like doing the fish, and he stops for a second. He must take after his mother, and he goes back to doing it.
As someone who just lost their father, I can tell you that he must take after his as well.
He just continues to. He's like nods a little bit, but he just continues to work on the task that you have given him.
Hey, and you know, I know you're from High Bluff, but you know, watch out for that, right? You know. I just made up some weird, like, antagonistic relationship between Lowbrook and High Bluff.
You do get a small chuckle out of it.
Weird High Bluff people.
He
They
says,
call it boning or deboning, by the way.
he says, I may live in High Bluff, but I'm from South Lindley. Don't get it confused.
Yeah, right. Brian doesn't.
South Lindley is where you guys were to find
That's
Saturn's
right.
mom.
Right. Okay, good. Well, as long as the High Bluff didn't like rub off on you. Anyway,
It's around this time. Lenore looks over and she goes, "Hey,
what? Oh, I'm from Lowbrook. So you got to keep your eyes on me or something. Not all of us are smugglers and cheats. Just us.
but you were."
He doesn't know that. Cool. Yeah. The goose.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do, either while you're there or in the house, or are you trying to go find a boat back that evening? Or you staying the night? What are you doing?
I think at this point we can teleport back to the
Okay.
tower.
And are you staying the night
Whenever
there, or are you
we're ready to
teleporting
leave.
back that evening?
I think we could go back to the tower tonight. We do need to get ready for our next adventure. Thank you for having us. Lorth, happy I got to meet you.
He puts his hand out to shake yours and says, "Sorry I wasn't there for you, but if you ever want to come by, I can be here now."
I'll look up at him and wait for a second. And I'll just give him a hug.
He's taken aback for just a second before he does then put his arms around you.
It's a new start. I'll whisper to him. We didn't get to spend the time that we would have wanted. We can make up for it now. I'll find her. And I'll bring her home.
I hope you find her. But I don't think she'll want to find me. And that's okay. I don't blame her.
Well, I'll throw in a good word for you.
All right.
And I'll look down at Kent. And I will take off my cloak of many fashions. And as I take it off, I'll turn it into the cloak I was wearing at the beginning, my purple and gold. And I'll put V's and S's all over it. And I'll wrap it around him. This cloak can change into any kind of a cloak you want it to be. You'll be magic too. Always keep the V's and the S, though. It's for protection. Vonic, Saturn. Your two brothers. Don't forget it.
He's just like gripping it tight, eyes wide, looking at you. He's
And I'll give him a hug while he's wrapped up in it. I'm glad I got to meet you, Kent. I'll see you again.
Okay. See you soon.
I'll let him go.
And he like spreads it out like Batman style and starts like running around the room with it.
I'll
Yeah,
watch for a minute and look at everyone. Well,
Do,
y'all ready?
does Merton get a sense that these are that they're like how well off are they? Are they poor?
They
Or
are not.
sort of-
They're. I mean, they're fine. They're not. They are not rich by any means, but like they have a house that's reasonably well built. It's maybe. I mean, it's a reasonable size for them, but yeah, they're not. They're making it. They're okay.
Merton, as he's sitting in the chair, he's gonna kind of secretly, as he gets up, grab a handful of coins and just kind of stuff it in the couch cushion, the chair cushion.
Yeah, nice.
As he gets up,
Okay.
I'll say 15 gold.
Love that.
All right.
Just kind of stuff it in there and not say anything about it though.
I was honestly thinking about doing the same exact
I had a
thing.
plan. I had a plan. I was going to give him some money. right as we're fixing to leave, I'm going to toss Lorth a bag so he can't go, oh, no.
Okay.
But I will toss him a bag with 500 gold in it.
Smacks him in the face. He's like, "Oh, what'd you do that for?" He reaches up to catch it, and as he does, it's like heavier than he anticipated. He's like, "What's this?"
It's a new start. And I'll give him a see ya as we teleport out.
Okay.
I guess during that time I'd be preparing this. Work.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I suppose that's what I'm supposed to be doing here.
All right, you guys arrive back in the tower. It'll take you maybe I'll say a full day to complete the enchantment on your thing. But you're at the tower. You'll take roughly a day, and we will end there and pick back up from there next time.
All right.
So thank you guys for playing. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
See ya.
I
You